Are you hungry for the latest news and trends from the internet? Welcome to What's Cooking on the Internet, your one-stop shop for discovering the hottest digital delights. Hit that subscribe button and let's get cooking.
Can we really understand our own transportation habits? What's your take? Share your thoughts in the comments below. As we navigate the ups and downs of modern life, it's easy to get caught up in our own perspectives and assume everyone sees the world the same way. But what happens when we're faced with the harsh reality of how different our transportation habits are from those in other parts of the world? A recent social media exchange between at Edison Carton 23 and at Fetisbury Gym sparked a global conversation about car sizes, driving distances, and the way we approach transportation. The debate started with a picture of a tiny Fiat. Caption: The American mind can't wrap its head around the fact that 80% of car trips could be taken in a car like this, but it quickly escalated into a back and forth between people from around the world, each sharing their own experiences and observations about transportation in their respective countries. One of the key points that came out of this conversation was just how massive American cars are. Compared to other countries, American vehicles are often huge, with some models reaching lengths of over 20 feet. That's in stark contrast to countries like Europe, where smaller cars are the norm and fuel efficiency is a top priority. Another point that was highlighted was the driving distances in different parts of the world. While it's common for Americans to drive for hours or even days without leaving their state, people in other countries often have much shorter driving distances. For example, in Norway, you can drive for days without leaving the same state, while in Australia, you can drive for 29 hours without crossing a state border. This conversation also raised questions about the role of transportation in our daily lives. In the United States, cars are often seen as a necessity, with many people relying on them for daily commutes, grocery shopping, and other tasks. But in other countries, public transportation is often more developed, and people are more likely to walk, bike, or use public transportation for their daily needs. As we reflect on this conversation, it's clear that our transportation habits are shaped by a complex mix of factors, including culture, geography, and economic conditions. While we may not be able to fully understand the transportation habits of others, we can learn from their experiences and adapt our own approaches to transportation to better suit our needs. Perhaps the most important takeaway from this conversation is that there's no one-size-fits-all solution to transportation. What works for one country or culture may not work for another. By embracing our differences and learning from each other, we can work towards creating more sustainable, equitable, and efficient transportation systems that meet the needs of all people.